with that said, let's bring on our third guest of the evening, our guy,
Treat.
Captain Deadpool himself, who will be one half of the co-main event on that evening. Here he is, Captain Deadpool. Jared.
Hey, what's up,
Jared.
fellas?
What's going on, man?
I was sweating a little bit because I thought we were going to have to fight. Can't go back on your words, if you know what I'm saying. And
I'm
I
gonna be
told him if
honest.
he misses this, we fight. But he's here,
Yeah.
so we're good. We're friends again.
I was a little worried too. I was like, you know what? I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. Mike got a little aggressive with the invite to Jared, and I was a little worried for his life.
He's like, you're gonna be on my fucking show tonight. I'm like, Jesus, dude. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how it
Sorry.
went down.
My kids were being bad at school today, and it just, Sorry I took it out on you.
That's all right.
Dude, it's good to see you again. Thanks for coming on the show. You are one half of the co-main event. You'll be fighting Isaac Doolittle in Wichita, Kansas, BKFC 23, April 8th, everybody.
Yes.
You were ready to fight when we saw you down in Florida. How are you feeling right now?
Feel great, man. It's nice. Last fight was 2 months ago, more or less. And so fight camp just basically never stopped. We fought on, I think it was a Saturday last time, and then got back home on a Sunday, started training on Monday. And it's easier to just keep going than take a break and then try and get back to your top performance level. So I'm glad that they put the fights so close together.
This guy, our boy Jay, I never pronounce his name. He's a loyal follower of ours. Captain Deadpool loved the nickname. He says, I noticed the shirt you're wearing right there. Is that something that we can purchase, or can somebody get one of those Captain Deadpool shirts somewhere?
So this is like literally the first one that was
the prototype.
Yeah. So my boy Martin Brown, his girl is making these now, and this actually was a prototype. She's like, here, this one kind of came out. Logo's a little smaller than I expected, but here's a free workout shirt. Tell me what you think. And they're comfortable. So we are getting them made soon. As soon as I get a batch of them, I'll put them out there for people to be able to order if they like.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Isaac Doolittle, a formidable opponent, right? When we saw you down there, we asked you who you wanted. You said you didn't have an opponent, but you basically would take anybody. You said Lorenzo, maybe Jomi. You mentioned a few people. I don't think you mentioned Isaac. Was that name anywhere on your radar? Had you talked about it before we saw you?
Yeah. We always knew he was a good possibility in the mix, because he's got a good record, and put on some fun fights and stuff. So when they mentioned him, we were immediately on board and ready to go.
Okay. And you're going to be fighting in his hometown. Open scoring system. I asked Tony Soto about that. He didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. What you heard about the open scoring system?
Yeah.
Is that something that you're interested in?
Hasn't really been necessary yet, so not
okay.
Not too big a deal. I mean, that's kind of cool that they do it that way, but I usually don't ask in between rounds if I won that last one. You can usually, as a fighter, you can usually tell. You're like, either fucking I got the better of him that round, or he got the better of me, and need to make some adjustments. So I think it's cool for the fans though, so they can kind of tell which way is the fight headed. And I'm sure if you get in those situations where it's 2-2, you're going into round 5, you're like, all right, these guys should put it on the line and fucking not pull any punches.
Yeah, you can kind of gauge where the judges are going with their judging, because sometimes it's so off. You have those close fights and you think it's going one way, and then somehow the judges have it the other way, and you're like, oh, what the hell is going on here? So I do feel like it's good in that instance, so that the fighter knows exactly what they need to do between the rounds. The coaches know where they need to push their fighter to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know how many. Are they the only state that does this? Like, I'm not sure.
I can't.
They're the only state.
Yeah,
wow.
I can't think of any other ones that do it. I know that Invicta uses it a lot because I think they do shows in Kansas all the time. But I don't know. What's new with you, man? Anything good? You working? You still doing? You still working full time as a fireman or anything like that while you're training, or are you taking a break for now?
I'm taking a total of 3 months off. So
Wow.
I go back in middle of April, so a couple weeks after my fight. So I mean, it's been awesome. This has been the first time in my life I've ever had a break since, most of us start working around 15 or so and just never ever stop, and that's kind of been the case. So I'm highly grateful to be able to get this break. Kind of a stress release from work, and also get to put more time into training. I can just fucking, I do 2 a days every day, and I don't have to worry about getting up for work the next day. Now it's got to come to an end, but it's been nice while it lasted.
Well, dude, I mean, if you go out there and say you put on a show like you have in the last two, right? That would be 3 in a row for you, right?
Mhm.
And you seem to be in like, would you say like you feel like you're in the best shape? Or you're built like a fucking tank. So like, are you feeling like you're better than ever, right? Like, would a title run, if you go through Isaac, would you continue on this path to try to get yourself a title?
Well, you probably don't know this is a title eliminator bout, so that's the game plan. So winner of this definitely fights for the title next, whether it be Lorenzo or Riggs. Either one is, I'm down. Like, that's awesome to fight either one of them, to be honest with you. So that one I don't really have a preference. I just hope best man win, and I'm glad to get the shot at him next.
Was this promised to you from Feldman or Shook themselves? Like, did they come to you and say, "Listen, you win this. This is definitely a title shot"?
Yeah, they put it out there. I mean, of course, it's all like, hey, we're going to give you some tough opponents. If you're able to make it through it,
Mm-hmm.
you get that shot, that's like the best part, because, sometimes you see guys get a little bit of a, I don't know, kind of a easy run sometimes, whether it be
Like a
up
fast
to them
track.
or not. Yeah, sometimes they just get guys who just either don't perform well or don't have very good records. But if you look at mine, like, everybody I've fought previous to fighting me was undefeated. So nobody can say, "Oh, you fought bums." Like, no, I fought some fucking tough dudes. You know what I mean? And I do respect all of them. They've all been freaking stand-up guys. I just, the training's paid off. Been able to kind of make a little bit of some noise here so far.
Yeah, like you said, they served you up. They gave you Zion. Zion was undefeated. He was he kept saying he was going to be the youngest champion.
Mhm.
You knocked him out. Then you had Scott O'Shaughnessy, who everybody was like, Scott O'Shaughnessy. It's either going to be Scott O'Shaughnessy or you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are two of the top guys, and Scott O'Shaughnessy in a lot of people's eyes was like, had a lot of promise and a lot, and you hit him with something that rattled his world, man. It threw him off the Earth's axis for a second there, and I'm pretty sure he was like kind of his brain was rattling a little bit. So now it does leave you and Isaac, but
Yep.
also Jomi Escoboza fought that night. Also, he's 7-0. So to be honest with you, I did not know this was a title eliminator. Mike, did you know that?
I heard rumblings that it could be, but I did not know it was promised.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's advertised as such.
there you go.
Beautiful.
So that's awesome, man. Were you impressed by Jomi Escoboza that evening?
I only saw part of it because I think I was out talking to you guys in the lobby. But I did see the last couple rounds, and yeah, man, he looked good. I haven't watched any of his other fights. I kind of focus on who's coming up in front of me, and I kind of knew, like, okay, it's going to be Isaac, and then after that, it's one of two other guys. Now, if it gets to a point where I win the title, and then I got to start looking who's in line to defend it against, then I'll start watching tape and maybe taking a little bit more seriously. But same thing. That's obviously not an easy record to get. So I respect the guy, and obviously he's done well for himself. So keep it up, man.
It's one hell of a division that you're fighting in right now. I'll tell you.
Yeah, man, it's
There's
been
a
awesome. Yeah,
ton of great fighters in that division.
It really
Yeah.
is. And even one half of the main event on April 8th, Mike Richmond has talked about maybe venturing up into your weight class too, and that's another real tough opponent. So Like Mike just
Yeah.
said, 185. That right around that weight class is fucking unbelievable because there's a lot of guys that can come down, a lot of guys that can go right up in that area. I love it, man.
Yeah, and you're kind of like, not that people can't get freaking knocked out in any weight class, but when you start hitting these upper ones like 185 and above, it's almost guaranteed like someone's getting knocked out or someone's getting really hurt. And you got to take everybody seriously, whether you might think they're skillful or not. Fucking this sport, one lucky punch and shit gets changed. So we got to take it all seriously.
In this last event, when Tierney was fighting Riggs, and Tierney was bouncing all over the ring. I mean, that guy is fantastic. I loved his performance. But in that second round, Riggs caught him with that one clean shot. That shit was so loud, knocked him on his ass. And I know he was probably thinking in his head, like, holy fuck, like I was dominating, but now all of a sudden I'm on my ass. Like, how the fuck did I get here? And it's so true.
I'll
It
take
just
it
happens so quickly.
Yeah, you could not let up your freaking guard or, kind of try and coast for even a second. I mean, it's just definitely freaking different in the sport.
What fight on this card, other than your own, are you most excited about seeing as like a fan of the sport?
Let's see. Well, Tony Soto is my boy. I met him last time the fights were here in Tampa. He's a cool guy. He's easy to get along with. I want to see him get in there and do it up and win. And looking forward to the female fight too.
Well, one of the females in the chat here says, "Who is this Captain Deadpool?" Anyway, that's
she should know. She's been creeping on me a little bit.
Oh, shot!
Yeah,
Creeper alert!
Oh man. She's going to be coming on right after you, by the way. So anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, my friend.
Yeah, good. Maybe she can explain herself then, because she's been sliding in the DMs, and I'm like, hey, I appreciate it. You seem like a nice girl, but I'm trying to train for a fight right now. So maybe if you can just kind of curb this till after, or if you want to have your people call my people, we can maybe have coffee or something.
I totally get it, man. She's always in my DMs too. It's great.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
She
wild.
Might have a sickness. I'm not sure. I don't know.
How come she ain't in my DMs? What the fuck is that all about? I feel like the odd man out here, you cocksuckers. Oh, man. She makes all these. I don't know what's going on with you two, but he's so in love. She says, "Oh boy, the fucking Cupid's arrow has hit."
She's got you caught in the pit, man.
You know what we call that? We call that deflecting. All right. She's taking her own feelings, deflecting them onto me, so it looks like I'm the weirdo. But we're all keen to her game, though.
Anyways, well, she's our next guest, and she's not even in the green room yet. So let's
Yep.
play a game.
She's too busy in the comments.
Too busy in the comments shooting freaking darts. All right, well, here we go. We're gonna do a little game called Match Madness Breakfast Cereal Mascots. You're gonna determine who's the man of all fucking mascots on the cereal boxes.
Right.
And I think I got the 4 most popular here. Up first, Tony the Tiger versus Captain Crunch.
I eat Captain Crunch more, so I'm going to start with the Cap.
The Cap wins. Number 2, here we go, Mike.
Lucky the Leprechaun versus Buzz the Bee.
Lucky the Leprechaun.
Lucky
Leprechaun.
All day.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Just fuck Cheerios.
Because fuck Cheerios.
Just
fuck healthy shit.
I'm taking the freaking sweet marshmallow breakfast over Cheerios all day.
Okay, so that puts Lucky the Leprechaun versus Captain Crunch in the championship round. Who you got?
Well, if we're going with Captain Crunch berries, then he wins. If we're doing just basic Captain Crunch, I got to go with the Leprechaun. So,
Leprechaun wins. Then he needs backup.
Have you guys ever seen the movie 43?
Yes.
There's a scene in this movie where Johnny Knoxville has banged the dude that plays Stifler, Sean William Scott. he has had sex with Sean William Scott's girlfriend, and he's gonna make it up to him for his birthday. And he's like, bro, I'm sorry for fucking your girl. I am gonna make it up to you. I got you something very special. Come with me. And he goes downstairs and he's got a leprechaun tied up in a chair. And he goes, You got me a Irish midget? He goes, No, it's a leprechaun. This leprechaun is like, I'm gonna bite off your fucking dick, you cocksuckers. And he's like pistol whipping the fucking leprechaun. Oh my god, look it up.
It's a crazy ass movie.
It's the funniest.
It
shit
almost
ever.
makes no sense, but it's hilarious.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's one of the fucking funniest scenes ever. I actually shared it on my Facebook profile on St. Patrick's Day
On
for everyone
Leprechaun
to
Day.
on Leprechaun Day for all to enjoy. Dude, I don't know what you started here, but Elvin Brito saying, wait, she's all up in your DMs too. Brittany Carano saying Crystal Pittman is mine. Y'all can fuck all the way off.
Yeah. There's fights breaking out here. Wars are started.
Wars are started.
Yeah.
Crystal, go in your messenger and accept the link that we sent you for your invite so you could come on here and defend yourself to all these DM accusations.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
I know she has a tough time. She's still working on the 56K modem through AOL too. So
what is this technology?
Yeah.
Press these buttons.
Well, Dirty Uncle Jerry, I'm going to start calling you, okay, Jared? Because I have two friends named Jared, and I call them both Dirty Uncle Jerry, so I'm not going to break the cycle now. Dirty Uncle Jerry, do you have anything you want to say? Shout out to the people before we let you go. Floor is yours.
A couple consistent sponsors that have always been with me. Foil Surfboards, firefighter buddy of mine, owns it locally here in Tampa, makes them from hand. He's always been with me since my first fight. Epic Services, they do a type of muscular therapy that's always helped, adjust and keep things healthy on me. And then a new one, Rewire physical therapy. I'm not using it for injuries, but you can use physical therapy to make parts of your body stronger that you don't normally work out. So my buddy's been helping me with that. And then my buddy, Be Silly, he always gives me all the nutrition stuff I want and stuff. So he's been awesome. But and also since we're basically like, as far as Crystal's saying, we're kind of like hanging out or whatever, weird girl. We're basically gonna do me and her versus Isaac and Jessica Link, right?
Tag team.
So you made it weird. But I'm just proposing the
Indian leg wrestling.
The winner of majority of the fights, whatever way it goes, buys first round of drinks.
Oh,
so if they're in, I'm in.
At the karaoke bar.
And at the karaoke bar. Then what?
All right. New game. If anybody can name the karaoke bar that Jessica said that we're all going to go to and listen to Tony Soto sing fucking Angel Eyes, whatever he was going to sing, I'll give you these. Drop the name of that bar in the comments right now, and I'll send those to your house. My man, we're going to go talk to the other half of this tag team. We're going to let you go now, so we'll see you on April 8th.
We love tag teams. Good luck, man. We'll see you.
Tag teams, hey.
Tag team back again. Check it a regular. Let's begin. You know what I'm saying?